Okay, this is a re-record of a replay which I showed for a very short period because I wasn't happy with the commentary, so I wanted to do it again. It's from the war between InTheDark and HITMEN. And what is interesting about this replay is that it just shows that sometimes you've got choices in your attack strategy, and you just need to think about different ways you can tackle a base. And sometimes the choices might say, oh, the bases are a bit risky to go one way, maybe it's better to go the other, and so you pick the sort of low risk option. The other interesting thing about this, and I think it's important to remember, is sometimes it's hard to get the Inferno if you haven't got max heroes. Now this person has got max heroes, but being from InTheDark, but sometimes it's actually better not to go for the Inferno with max heroes. If you can take out 2 air defenses and then use 4 spells, that might be a better strategy. So have a look at the combination here. So you've got 2 Golem Lavaloon, fairly standard combo, heroes, wall breakers, 4 wizards, and a zap, but you can see 4 spells, not 3, so he's not going to use the jump, which means what he's going to do is going to go for these 2 ADs and the Queen here, rather than go for these 2 ADs and say the Inferno and the Queen, because yeah, maybe there's a risk there with the Queen. Well, certainly you're going to have to fight the King and the Queen if you go from that direction. So maybe it's a bit more shaky on the 3 to try the Golem Lavaloon with a jump and a zap. It might just be safer to take down 2 Infernos and the Queen. So you've got different ways you could try and tackle the base, but it's important not to just get wedded to the one strategy of always going for the Inferno, particularly if you've got low heroes, because you can work just as well with 4 spells on your Lavaloon stage. Just take out the Queen and 2 ADs, and that's for me what this attack demonstrates. So let's have a look at the raid. So you can see what he's done here. Approaches both sides, drops the Queen very fast, drops the wizards to clear out both sides. The golems are taking all of the fire away from the Queen, drops the wall breakers, but the wall breakers are okay because the Wiz Tower's hitting the golem, and then drops his King when the sides are cleared out. And that's really important, the late drop on the King there. If you drop the King when there's any buildings in range, King will go walk about and the whole raid will fall over. So you need to make sure that you're dropping your King quite late. The other thing about a late King drop is it just means that all the CC is going to target the golem rather than the King, and your King's a pretty important attack troop. So if you can, drop your King late, but just be careful when you're dropping your King that you have cleared out the side so the King doesn't go walkabout. So you'll see here he's letting them all come in. The Queen, being on the edge, just jumps over the wall, so the Queen's accessible. You don't need a jump spell. And you can see that's how they've done the CC kill there, and then it's just a matter of having zapped them. Hopefully the Queen will come through and clear out the rest. Thankfully the small little golem came around, or we still didn't kill the witch, missed it with his jump, but gets away with it. Got the Queen ability, and that will have enough to clear out both the air defences, and therefore the first part of the raid's worked. Now he's got 4 spells, so as is typical, you'll see this in a lot of drops. Rather than drop the lava here, they'll drop the lava across all of here to draw all of the bombs and all the fire from the balloons as it passes through here. So that way all of these buildings will attack the lava, and these balloons will be largely scot-free. Mistimed it a tad because one balloon's taking fire there, but you want your lava drop early enough that it can come through and draw the fire off the balloons. So dropping them in 2s at this stage, so it's by dropping them in 2s you get to circle a lot of the base, and you often see people dropping 3s on the early drops and then 2s for much of the base, just so they can circle it more. And you can see, so attacking all the defences at once, and that eliminates all the balloon routing. You'll see there a raid just catching the edge of the Inferno. Could have been a tad further out and still caught the Inferno, but I guess they wanted to catch the bow as well and freeze there as they come in. Another 2, a lava there. So then raging into this Inferno, put the freeze on it. The balloon should all come through under the rage and knock it out. So really good technique there. I think the main lesson for me in that replay is don't forget the fact that you've got an option of your 4 spell strategy if you want to take down a base. You don't always have to go for the Inferno. particularly if you've got lower heroes. Going for the Inferno can be a bit of an ask, because you'll find a lot of these strategies use their heroes to the absolute max when they're taking down Infernos. Lower heroes, it might just be better to take down 2 ADs and the Queen, particularly if you can take an angle where you're not actually engaging the Queen. So great replay there from Brent from InTheDark. Probably really smart strategy. There might have been a little risk on the Queen there, but certainly would have engaged the King if he'd attacked the Inferno directly, and so probably a smart variation in strategy just to do the 4 spells to Golem Lavaloon.